Welcome back to the channel for practice problems for actuarial exams. This will be a problem for exam MLC. If you want some information about who I am, go to smartuarial.it/Jedi. If you would like some information about the online seminars that I offer for actuarial exams P, FM, MLC, and MFE, go to smartuarial.it/BTDT-online. And then you also see the websites for study manuals that I wrote for exams P, FM, MLC, and MFE. If you would like to find out about the actuarial program at Illinois State University, go to smartuarial.it/actuary. I'm the actuarial program director at Illinois State University. And if you would like to support our actuarial students and make a tax-deductible donation that we will use to support the students for scholarships and other forms of support. The main other form of support is we pay for exam fees for students who pass the exams. Go to smartuarial.it/ISU actuary donate. This is a problem from the last exam MLC from spring 2017. From multiple choice section. For a fully discrete whole life insurance of 1,000 on X, you are given for calculating gross premium reserves in year 8, the following assumptions are made. The mortality is 0.03, and this is the mortality from time 7 till time 8. That's why 7 subscript there. Annual expenses of 100 payable at the beginning of the year, and the interest rate is 7%. These are the assumptions. Actual experience during year 8 for this policy is the policy is in force at the end of year 8, so the insured for whom we're doing the calculation didn't die. The annual expenses are 75 paid at the beginning of the year versus 100 assumed. And the interest earned is 3% versus 7% assumed. Gain by source of for year 8 is analyzed in the following order: mortality, expense, and then interest. Calculate the gain from expense in policy year 8. And we calculate the gains at the end of the year. For calculations of the gain from mortality, it was assumed that expense and interest follow assumptions as gains from mortality are calculated first. Remember that gains from mortality occur when mortality is lower than expected. In this case it is. The policy is in force next year, so experience mortality is 0. The gain from mortality is therefore assumed mortality cost of 3% of 1,000 minus 0 times 1,000. Experience mortality cost of 30. For calculation of the gain from expense, we assume that mortality follows experience and interest follows assumptions because of the order of calculations given. Just as in the case of mortality, gain occurs if experience expense is lower than assumed expense. Gain from expense is calculated at the end of the year as assumed expense minus experience expense. Now, expenses are paid at the beginning of the year, so we accumulate them with interest to the end of the year. And that ends up being, well, it's really 100 minus 75, which is 25, accumulated with interest of 7%, so 2675. In this calculation, only mortality should be taken from experience, but experience mortality affects payments only at the end of the year. It does not affect expense. So we could have actually skip the mortality calculation altogether at the beginning and just do this. It's simplistic. You have to be careful not to do it if there is some interaction between the three. But in this case, there isn't, so we could have just calculated this last piece and that's it. And that's answer C, of course. Please remember this is copyrighted material, and also that this is a problem from Society of Actuaries, so the problem itself belongs to the Society of Actuaries. The solution is mine. Well, good luck in your studies and good luck on the test.